highest amounts of nicotine in all of them. But how come your tomatoes and your ketchup label doesn't come with a warning label? Warning, this ketchup contains nicotine, a highly addictive chemical. Why doesn't it say that? Why doesn't every eggplant you buy at home or at a grocery store, how come it doesn't come with a big sticker on it that says, this eggplant vegetable has the second highest amount of all plants on earth of nicotine, a highly addictive chemical? Then I'd like to ask you, how many of you have eaten eggplant and never wanted it again your whole life? And how many of you are addicted to eggplant and wake up with night sweats and visions and dreams? You just got to run outside, ask your boss for an eggplant break so you can eat your eggplant you're so addicted to. Why does it only happen with nicotine products? Oh, well, if you read my book, Moving Beyond the COVID-19 Lies, like you just told me before we started recording, you just finished. In this book, in chapter 13, I show you, Moving Beyond the COVID-19 Lies, I show you the lies about nicotine being perpetrated since 1994 in favor of pharmaceutical drugs. And you should know that in 2016, Harvard published a study after reviewing 7 million pages from the tobacco industry provided to them by a FOIA request from the FDA. They wanted to know everything they could about tobacco and the addictive quality of nicotine. What did R&D, research and development departments of all tobacco giants know about their product they've been selling commercially for decades? It was 7 million pages is what came back from the FDA, from the tobacco giants that the FDA had in their possession. And they sent it all to Harvard. Now, before any of you out there say you know more about tobacco than Harvard does, have you read those 7 million pages? So before you get mad at Laban for this interview and tell him to bring on this guy who's making up stuff, I'm only quoting Harvard. If you think you know more than Harvard, that means you had to have read 7 million plus 1 pages of tobacco giant research and development papers. And I bet you haven't. So please don't say you know more than Harvard unless you can show Laban you've read those 7 million pages and more. Okay. I haven't even read all those. I just read their summary in their research paper. And they show you all the references to all those documents of all their claims. And they wrote in 2016 that nicotine alone does not cause the addictive nature of tobacco products. Not even close. They publish that pyrazines, a man-made chemical of which 15 are on a list that the FDA has, are allowed man-made chemicals that are allowed to be added to every cigarette and tobacco snuff since 1970. 15 different man-made chemicals called pyrazines, Pyrazines. And in my book, I show you the screenshot of the named 15 different pyrazine chemicals made by man that are added to tobacco commercial products that, in Harvard's own words, makes and enhances every single addictive quality of this product can be blamed on pyrazines. And at the end, they said, in fact, the pyrazines are so addictive and the learned behavior of chemicals they're adding to tobacco products creates such addictive qualities. So actually, right at the end, the FDA should start regulating pyrazines, not just nicotine, when it comes to tobacco products.